Hey guys, welcome back. I'm super excited to talk to you about how I am going about my meal planning, and then I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do tomorrow for my meal prep. It's important before you kick off your week to make sure that you're set up for success, because I can honestly testify to the fact that if you don't follow the nutrition plan, you will not see the results that you want to see. And if you're not set up for success for the week ahead, you will reach for the snacks, you will reach for the cookies, you will reach for the salty stuff that you are addicted to or that you crave, and you won't be able to conquer those obstacles. We want to do that over the next 21 days. We want to focus on portion control. We want to focus on eating clean. We want to focus on moving forward and not regressing our forward momentum. So with that in mind, I want to walk you through this weekend how I plan out my meals and talk you through my preparation process so that you can do that as well with your calorie breakdown. So if you watched my video before, I walked you through how to set up your calorie breakdown and how to go about figuring out which containers you're eating throughout the day. I have a picture that I'm going to send you guys that kind of gives you a breakdown of when you can have which containers throughout the day. Of course, like I said in the last video, it's going to depend on your approach. If you want to do the energy throughout the day, the energy approach, or the fat burner, or the countdown to competition, that's really going to determine when you have meals and how far spaced they are between each other. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing, and then that way it'll show you how to set yourself up for success. So Saturdays are my day when I want to sit down and plan out my meals. What am I going to be having throughout the week? When am I going to be having it? Especially if you're a mom and you have kids, or you have a family, you're a wife, you're preparing for food more than just yourself. It's really important that you make sure that you're set up for success so that when your husband's like, oh, I want to go out and get a pizza for dinner tonight, the kids will enjoy it, it's super easy, and you haven't prepared anything for dinner, then you will probably fall off the bandwagon or the wagon. I don't know why I said bandwagon. You fall off the wagon. So in order to avoid that, you have to be prepared, especially if you have a family, because they're probably not going to want to eat the way that you're eating, or if they are, you need to be creative with what meals you're making and when you're going to, which containers that they have in that meal or that recipe, so that you spread them out evenly and you don't miss containers or you eat too many of a certain container, if that makes sense. It sounds complicated, but really isn't that complicated. So I'm going to go over my meal plan that I made this morning so that you can make yours. For me, I'm going to follow the countdown to competition plan while we're doing this next 21 days. I will start with 2 days of the countdown to competition, which has a very different structure. It doesn't have any fruit in it, and it doesn't have any purple, orange, or blue containers. Okay, so it has just reds, it has 2 yellows, and it has a bunch of greens. So I'm going to do that for 2 days, and then I'm switching to the extreme plan, the 21 Day Fix extreme eating plan, for 1 day. So I go 2, 1, 2, 1 throughout the week. All right. So to break that down for you, the countdown to competition for me is going to be 8 small meals throughout the day, which is a lot. I'll be eating quite frequently, but I love food, so it's great. It's going to be starting with oatmeal with a little bit of peanut butter. An egg white scramble will be my first meal. So that's going to be 1 yellow, 1 tablespoon, and 1 red. I might throw in some veggies in the egg scramble. It just depends on how many veggies I prep tomorrow. Something like a bell pepper, an onion would be an easy green to throw in the egg white scramble, okay? My second meal is going to be chicken and sweet potato. So I'm having all my carbs in the first 2 meals of the day with the countdown to competition. If you are doing the fat burner, you will have all of your yellow containers before 6 p.m., okay? My third meal is going to be chicken and broccoli. My fourth meal will be chicken and broccoli and avocado. I'm allowed to put in avocado instead of coconut oil. My 5th through 8th meal will also be some sort of meat, either chicken or like a hamburger style meat with vegetable, with a green. Okay, so that's super easy. I'm just going to prep a lot of chicken breasts, throw them in the oven with some taco seasoning on top, and then I'm going to stir fry a lot of vegetables, roast a lot of vegetables tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be making a video talking about how I'm going about that prep. And then I'm going to measure out with my green container, my red container, and my yellow container into their proper containers, another additional container that will hold my food. So I'm gonna put all my meals into one container, not the containers I was given for the meal plan. Those are just my measuring cups to put into an additional Tupperware that I'm holding my food in. That way, throughout my day tomorrow, on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll just be able to grab and reheat my food, because that way it's really simple. I'm on the go. I don't have to worry about cooking my food, and then while I'm cooking the food, I get so hungry, I grab a handful of cereal or something. I've been known to do that, all right? So after I'm done cooking the food, so for like the oatmeal, I'm not gonna cook ahead of time. That's an easy meal for me to make. For the egg white scramble, I'm just going to scramble up some veggies so that I have that as an option to throw into the egg whites when I'm ready. But meals 2 through 8, when it comes to the protein and the greens, I am preparing those ahead of time so that I can just quickly reheat and not have to think about the food, all right? So that's my countdown to competition days. My extreme meal plan, I'm in the first calorie bracket at 1,350 calories. So that will give me 3 greens, 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 tablespoons. All right, so my first meal is gonna be oatmeal, cinnamon, and an apple. So that's gonna give me 1 yellow and 1 purple. I really like oatmeal. I'm a creature of habit. It doesn't really bother me to eat the same thing every day, so I'm going to have that for my first meal every day. The second meal is going to be an egg white omelet with onion and bell pepper stir fry. So that's going to give me 1 red and 1 green for my second meal. My third meal is going to be Shakeology. I get the chocolate vegan Shakeology flavor, and so I'm going to put, so the Shakeology is 1 red, and I'm going to put a purple in it, which is half a banana. It's not a full banana, I know, it's kind of a shame, but a half a banana, because we're following this to a T, right? And a tablespoon of peanut butter. Sometimes I throw in an extra scoop of actual protein powder just to give me an extra red in my day if I feel like I'm not getting enough in. So I might do that tomorrow or on Monday as well. My fourth meal is going to be a yellow container, probably potato or quinoa, and a meat. So that's 1 yellow and 1 red. My fifth meal will be some walnuts and a cut up bell pepper. So that's another blue and a green. And my fifth meal will be chicken and green beans. So that's going to give me a red and a green. So that will cover all of my meals, and I'll be able to just reheat them. They're quick and easy meals. I'm not getting too fancy because I really just cook for me. I'm not cooking for my husband. He eats at the restaurant provided through the club. So this is how I broke down my meals. It's super easy. I don't make it too complicated. I don't make fancy dishes, casseroles, or anything like that, because it's just, I don't like doing the math with the container, so I like to keep it simple and easy and clean. So that's how I'm breaking it down. So tomorrow, I'm going to stir up some of the stir fry for my omelets, my white egg omelets. I'm going to portion out into baggies my oatmeal portions for the day, so I can just quick add the hot water and go. I'm going to roast some vegetables for the meals that just has the green with the protein. I'm also going to cook some chicken. I like to just throw chicken breast in the pan, in the oven, and throw some taco seasoning on top, because I think that's like a free ingredient if I'm not mistaken, and it gives it just some extra flavor. I sometimes also like to cook up some ground beef, some lean ground beef, or some turkey mince, and then I'll throw either salsa or, once again, taco seasoning on it. Those are great alternatives to add some flavor to something. Or Mrs. Dash, those are great flavor options if you're looking for some seasonings. But I would be careful with your seasonings and follow the approved plan, what it says. So that's how I broke down my meal plan. This is by no means, you can totally mix it up. You can totally be creative and add different things. I'm a creature of habit, and to be honest, here in Argentina, there aren't really a lot of vegetable options, fresh vegetable options. There's not a lot of grain options, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have, and I'm totally fine with just cluing in and kind of mixing up small variety, keeping it really simple. So don't overthink it, you guys. This can be as easy as you want to make it, or if you like to make crazy recipes and get a little bit creative in the kitchen, by all means, go on Pinterest and Google 21 Day Fix recipes. There will be so many that pop up, and some of them are really, really good. It just takes a matter of figuring out which containers are within it and how much is your serving size going to be. So have fun with it. Maybe the first week, keep it simple, and then if the second week you have more time and you're getting the hang of it, mix it up. And another thing, if you're going out to eat while we're on this 21 Day Fix challenge, please don't be overwhelmed by it. See it as an opportunity to educate yourself and visualize the containers. Visualize how big the red is. It's most likely going to be around the size of your palm. Visualize the greens. Try to outweigh your greens than your yellows or whatnot on your plate when you order something. And you can always ask the waiter, please put half of the meal to go in a to-go box before you bring it out to me. That way it really keeps you from overeating or picking something that you shouldn't pick, right? So you guys can do it. See it as a challenge and opportunity to see how far you're growing and going with this. I can't wait to see the different foods that you guys create. Please share recipes if you're like, hey, I just found this recipe, it's really good, I tried it. Share it in the group. Let's all be able to swap ideas, because I know it can get a little boring at times, but it's 3 weeks. Anyone can do this. 3 weeks, we can do this. I will do this. I'm in this with you guys. So let me know if you have any questions. Let's get this party started. Bye.